The top here at 4 o'clock, a South Florida family is mourning their mother killed in a horrifying dog attack. Hello, everyone. She was on her way to work when this happened.
That's right. Her husband opening up about the tremendous loss. 7's Faith Graham is live in Miami Gardens with what he has to say. Faith.
Doreen May Richards Broadbelt, affectionately called Dar, was born on November 9, 1953, to Vincent and Iris Richards, now deceased, in Barton's, St. Catherine, Jamaica. She was the oldest of 5 children. Her 2 brothers currently living in Jamaica, 1 sister resides here in the US, and another sister lives in Canada. She began her career as a typist, but later found her calling as a seamstress. She was the person whom everyone in the community depended on to get school uniforms for their children every September. She never failed to deliver. She was blessed with 5 children: Bridget, Shellian, Hadeo, Letitia, and Nevdon, who predeceased her, and 2 stepsons, Adrian and Nish. In January of 2012, she immigrated to the United States to join her husband, Donovan. That same year, she began working at Walmart. She often said it was not work, but it was like going to a place where she could meet and interact with friends and family. She enjoyed her morning, and the exercise kept her healthy. One of her last light-hearted complaints was that her daughter Letitia, who had begun driving her to work, was the reason for her weight gain. And she was not too happy about it. So, Doreen Richards Broadbelt, a beloved mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, sister, aunt, and friend. She was the heart of her family. Doreen leaves behind her loving husband, Donovan, her 4 children, 5 grandchildren, 2 great-grandchildren, and many nieces, nephews, grandnieces, and grandnephews, and her dear friend, Bernard Brimley. For the generations of Doreen's descendants, continue her legacy, now entrusted to you by extending your generosity to all. May her soul rest in peace and light perpetual shine upon her.
There was this inner sense of serenity, something that said to you, beyond your circumstances, everything is going to be okay. We are going to get through this. This is the kind of joy that Jesus brings. Notice that he met the procession at the city gate. He was going to where they were, and he met them right in their grief, in their tragic circumstance. Let me paint a picture for you. I like reading the Bible, and I like paying attention to all the words. It noted that the woman who had lost her son, that she was a widow, and then she had lost her only son. It's painting a picture for us that maybe our Western mind cannot readily identify with, except somebody who studies the history kind of walk us through it, right? She had lost her husband. That's why she's a widow. Now she has lost her only son. Women in that time, before women liberation, they didn't have the kind of opportunities and empowerment that avail to women today. She relied on having a man in her life to have a house to live in, to feel a certain sense of security in her future. So having lost her husband and having lost her son, man, she was in a situation of immense emotional and economic distress, as can attend to a family who find themselves losing a loved one in the way that you have. But I want to tell you that in the same way that Jesus came to meet her, that he is here to meet you today. Family members, hear me. He is here to meet you today. I want to share with you 3 things that Jesus did for this lady that I know he will also do for you. Firstly, he sympathized with her personally. He sympathized with her personally. Notice it says in the first part of verse 13, when the Lord saw her, he had compassion on her. Grief can be immensely isolating. You can feel that you are in this by yourself, that nobody knows what you're dealing with. And sometimes, hear me, sometimes people can accuse each other of over grieving or not grieving enough, because we tend to feel that everybody should grieve the way that we do. When I lost my father, I feel too that I was that one who maybe a lot of people thought that I was a little cold. I am just not that emotive person. That's not been me. You will not see me ranting and posting all these things on social media. That's not me. It's never been my personality, right? But somebody had to be strong to keep the family together. And Lady Shelly Ann, I know that sometime when you are that strong one and you're not falling apart, that you can have those who might feel and might make those accusatory remarks that she is not grieving the way we are grieving. Because the way we feel grief and the way we experience grief is personal to each of us. But can I tell you that while we may be misunderstood by other humans, Jesus sees you personally. He saw this woman in the crowd. I don't believe she was lamenting and raving like many of the professional mourners in her community were. But Jesus saw her, and he saw the grief of her heart. He saw her brokenness. He saw her despair. And not only did he see her, but he had compassion on her. This word compassion is not just pity. It's not him looking at her at a distance at her pain. No, this word compassion, it's empathy that makes you proximate. Let me say it again. It is empathy that makes you proximate. It is putting yourself in the other person's shoe in such a way that you can't stay at a distance to their plight. You have to get close to them. Empathy has a way of doing that. That is why we've got so many of us in this house today. Because the empathy that you feel for the family has brought you close, has brought you near to touch, to speak words, to hug when words are not even the right solution in the moment, just to be there to offer a presence. I want to say to you that in the same manner that Jesus became proximate, he came into this woman's space to let her know, I am here for you. So it is too that he's saying to every member of the family and everyone who is grieving in this house right now, I am here for you. I am here for you. He was moved by compassion to her. You do not have to go through this alone. Let's be sure.
Lift up, guys. Lift up. Get it down. Watch it right here. Be careful.
Yeah, they were the rest of